What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Oh! Please slow down. How y'all doing today? No. How are y'all doing today? Oh, there we go. Let's get excited about this convention. All right, so I'm here with my lovely partner in crime, ACRacebest. Race, how are you doing today?
Hi, everybody. Are we excited to be in Seattle and rocking it up pony style?
Pony style. Very good.
Thank you.
By the way, I love my microphone. This thing's like a transformer tendon or something.
Well, where's your piano? I'm waiting for you to like break it out.
I left it at home.
Oh,
yeah. There you go. Well, this is a very special panel, from what I am told. We have 3 guests joining us, and this is their first time all being here as a trio. Are you guys familiar with the Dazzlings? Yeah, from the Equestria Girls movie, Rainbow Rocks. And we got all 3 of the villains here today to join us on stage. You want to give them a warm welcome here? We'll start going them out here, right? Let's go ahead and get Kazumi Evans here up on stage. Kazumi! Hello! All right. And then we have Marÿke Hendrikse. And making her convention debut for the first time, let's make some loud noise for Diana Kaarina. Hello.
Hello.
so how's everybody doing today? Hello. Good to see you too.
A proper villain. I like it.
They just sort of came in and just sort of, oh, you guys, hi.
And we had a warning at the front door that in case they start breaking into song, whatever happens after that, it's on you guys.
Yeah. So put in your emergency earbuds, all right?
Well, so how's Seattle been for you 3 so far?
Really nice.
That's
Really
pretty
nice.
here.
Yeah, I love Seattle.
So your first pony convention.
Convention.
So how's it? What is, I guess, the emotion so far? What have you taken in the first few hours?
Oh, wow, I love it. I love the energy, the excitement, and it's just really nice to meet all these people that have so much love for this.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's a lot of fun. So thank you all for joining us here today at this panel. And of course, the ladies that have joined us up here. Thank you for being here. It's so exciting to have this panel with all the Dazzlings on stage at once.
First time.
Yeah.
It's about time, right?
Yeah, totally.
In how many years?
That's true.
Too many years. I'm sure somebody is like, oh, it's been this many years, this many days, and this many hours, but thanks for asking.
I guess it's about time.
Yeah, it's about time.
That's where the real fans shine, when they got their down to the milliseconds.
Yep.
So this panel we'll be hosting here, but this is also a panel where we want you guys to also be involved. There's a microphone here up on stage. We'll later on here invite you all to make a line organized and calmly. And then you guys can ask questions to the Dazzlings. These questions also will be screened by our friend. I'm not sure where. There he is, the guy in the suit. That's the man. All right. Good. Gotta give love to the unsung heroes of the convention.
How about, speaking of, can we get a round of applause for the staff of Everfree Northwest?
That's some love right there. I think we should do some proper introductions, though, and just go down the row. Kazumi, you want to start things off and share what characters you voice on My Little Pony?
Oh, okay. Well, hi.
And we're here to help you if you need help.
My name is...
I got my 3 flashcards.
Yes, I have my name. My name is Kazumi Evans, and I voice Adagio Dazzle for Equestria Girls, Rainbow Rocks, Moon Dancer, and Octavia. And I'm the singing voice of Rarity.
And I'm Marÿke Hendrikse, and I've actually never played a pony. Isn't that kind of like, I realized that a couple of conventions ago.
It took you a few.
Yeah, I know, eh? Not the smartest person, obviously, on the panel.
That's a lie.
So I play Sonata, Dusk, So I'm so I'm obviously a little bit like Sonata. And I play Gilda the Griffin. Again, not a pony. Griffin. Yeah. Half eagle, half lion. And all awesome, she says.
All awesome.
Part. Not even part pony. You're right. So no ponies here.
No pony.
Anyway, okay.
Nice.
There you go.
That's amazing. I'm Diana Kaarina, and I voice Aria Blaze for the Rainbow Rocks Equestria Girls, and also Saffron Masala.
Yeah, she cooks.
Well, I gotta know, what's it like voicing villains? How is that different than voicing, let's say, the typical protagonist who's like the local farm boy on an adventure?
The local farm boy. I've never had to play a farm boy.
That's my way of
That would be
talking.
a first. Can I play a farm boy?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's the best being a villain. Just because, normally, I guess in my voiceover career so far, I usually play like more the ingenue characters. So to have that opportunity and that challenge was really lovely and just really satisfying.
Agreed. I did the same thing. I always played like happy, cheerful girls, happy, friendly protagonists, and to play a villain is like awesome. To be bad. You get to be bad and say all those things. And Aria's really bad. So
Yes, she is.
Yeah. I actually play villains quite a bit, funnily enough.
I've played some since, Hey.
I like playing the bad people. It's fun. And I think the thing is about villains, you don't ever apologize for them. You just do what they're doing.
Totally.
I remember when we first, because Gilda appears first in season 1 of Friendship is Magic. Obviously, you guys know that probably better than me, but and so the show hadn't aired, right? So I didn't know what was going to happen with the show. It's amazing what has happened with the show. But even when I was recording that episode, and obviously she screams at Fluttershy, which is just awful. And even though I didn't know anything about Fluttershy, it hadn't been animated because we record the voices first. Andrea's doing this sweet, amazing little voice, and when Gilda screams at her, I just thought to myself, that's not going to go over well. But it was fun, even though it's not going to go over well. Anyway, so.
Andrea walks out like crying. You're like, I guess I did a good job.
It's as if 1,000 bronies screamed out and now they're silent.
But I think what's funny with especially your characters, like you did, you and Diana's characters, they did such a great job of being villains, but at the same time being funny and really lovable, like with Taco Tuesday and stuff like that, right? Like I think that they did a really good balance.
Well, I was gonna ask Marÿke if a Tuesday goes by where someone doesn't remind you what you've said.
I'm off and on Twitter. Like I tend to forget about it for like a month and then come back and try and catch up, which never works. But and the funny thing was when we recorded that, I didn't know. Well, of course, you never know what's going to happen, right, with anything that you do. But there's a restaurant in Vancouver. It's called Taco Time, and they have Taco Tuesdays. So I just thought it was kind of an inside Vancouver joke, which it actually could very well be. But it's turned into this whole thing, so I didn't think anything of it when I recorded that line. It was just like, it was Taco Tuesday, because, that makes sense. Anyway, so yes, I often get reminders on Tuesdays. And every now and again when I make tacos at home, and every now and again my husband is like, it's Tuesday. He remembers more than I do. So.
Always there to remind.
Well, talking about recording, do you guys record together when it came to the Dazzlings? Or was that remotely?
We did.
Okay, how was that? Was there energy bouncing off the walls?
Oh yeah. It was such a fun session, and just you
hypnotize people listening.
Yes.
I'd like to think so. They're all asleep. No, it was so much fun, and it just bouncing off one another and just ruining takes because we'd laugh because one of them would do something really funny. So I don't know. I find just when we get to record together, you just use each other's energy, and that's when the script comes alive.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sometimes one thing, we know that for the most part, improvising isn't a big part of the job. They'll have their story, they'll have pretty much a direction.
Right.
But is there anything that you guys can recall that like was improvised and it's like, oh, hey, that actually made it through? I know this is sometimes a memory question.
I don't think we didn't improvise anything, but I remember we did have to make the bad singing at the end.
Is that difficult
When
to
they
do?
were like, yeah, there's like a moment where we sing we use our power, and they were like, you have to just sing together really badly as best as you can. Yeah, sing badly as best you can. Yeah.
Yes.
Which is actually, these two are both really good singers, so that's kind of interesting.
Well, you
itself.
too.
Yeah.
You too.
And I can carry a tune, not like you guys. Anyways.
Yes, you do. Yes.
But we were like, okay, let's try and sound as horrible as we can.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
Well, it's funny because we have some experience doing improv shows like a Who's Line, and sometimes we'll we'll have a piano player, and we'll cast a joke to this, and they're typically good piano players, and we'll be like, all right, you're gonna play terrible, and then they start playing, and you're like, this is 10 times better than I can do. So for since you guys are good singers, was there anything like that was like a little bit like, oh, I was never supposed to do this while doing like the bad singing scene, but here I am doing it now?
No, it was like relishing the joy and
Finally.
Yes, just sound as bad as you can.
They just wake you up in the morning and they're like, sing. Okay.
Pretty much.
Put them on a roller coaster.
I don't remember.
Let's bring it back, actually. I want to know more about the beginning of your careers as voice actors. Can each one of you share with us the first role you had and how you got to it and where it took you?
Yeah.
Fire away. I'd like to learn
The
more.
first role that I did was for an anime called Ranma One Half, and I revoiced. I was Lychee in the movie Big Trouble in Little China, and I think I was like 15 or 16 at the time, and it was awesome. And it was ADR, so that's something totally different. Where in My Little Pony we do prelay, where we voice the script right there, but ADR you record to a pre-existing, already animated. You're nodding. So it was really, really fun, especially that young, to be like, match the lips and do all this fun stuff. So that was my first one. I loved it. It was awesome. And I think Terry was the director. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Now, is voice acting something you always wanted to do, or is it something you stumbled into?
I always wanted to do it, but I didn't pursue it. It just stumbled into it.
Really?
So
How'd that
it was
happen?
like, because I was my acting agent, I was in for regular acting, and they just called me up one day and said, we have an audition for you for a cartoon. And I was like, yes! That's the best thing ever! So it's my favorite.
Very good. Awesome.
Yeah. My first voice, it was actually sort of more voice-over than voice acting. You'll understand what I mean when I explain. It was actually for this is how long ago it was. It was a tape. Ooh, yeah.
Ancient technology.
What's a tape? I know, exactly.
Hey.
And it was actually to accompany a medication for young girls. And so I explained some of the mythology around the medication. And so they were going to listen to it before they took their medication. So
Please tell me you use your Gilda voice for this.
Or Sonata completely dumbly explaining. Yeah. And my first cartoon was, I think it was the series called Blaster's Universe. And I played GC, was an alien. That's my first cartoon job.
That's awesome. My first voiceover job, cartoon, everything was My Little Pony.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was. I was 19 years old, and I was doing theater. Yeah, and my agent who represented me for film and TV and theater at the time, he's like, "Oh, are you interested in doing voiceover work?" And I said yes. Sounded great. Didn't know anything about it. Didn't even think it was a career option. And then this audition came along, and I went to Daniel Ingram's apartment at the time. Yeah. And he just hooked me up to a microphone. He's okay. Here's a theme song. He played it for me a few times, and he's like, I want you to sing it. And I was actually originally auditioning for Twilight Sparkle's singing voice. And so then after I did my audition, he's like, oh, you know what, like, you know, you would actually suit this character called Rarity, I think, a little bit better. And I was just like, oh, you know, like not knowing who Rarity was. I was like, okay, yeah, cool, yeah. And a couple weeks go by, and then my agent said, oh, you're on My Little Pony. And I loved My Little Pony growing up, so I was ecstatic. So
And then all this happened.
Yes, yes, and here we are now.
What have you done?
Daniel. So that was my introduction to voiceover. And a happy introduction it was.
Yes, totally.
All right, at this point, we're going to go ahead and start lining people up calmly in an orderly fashion here in front of the microphone.
And we're going to do it down the center
Down
aisle.
the center aisle, yes. And what we'll do is we'll just bounce them back and forth between us asking questions and you guys asking questions, and we'll just have a good old time. All right. Well, I got to ask, so what was the shock like when you discovered about bronies, about this generation being not quite the same as the previous ones?
I think, for me, this was actually my first convention ever back in 2012. And I had heard from Andrea and Tabitha, about bronies and about the convention circle. And, you know, it's one of those things that you don't really believe it until you see it.
Yeah, it's cool.
And, yeah, it was really exciting the first time. Like, you saw this room full of people that watch your work, because I think a lot of times with other shows, you don't always get to meet your fans. You don't get to actually talk with people that have watched your work and really appreciate it. So it's been ever so rewarding over the years, for sure.
Excellent.
What was the question? Oh, no, seriously, I know.
Waffles or pancakes?
Ooh, pancakes.
Get out of here. What was your initial reaction to bronies?
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, because I've done some anime, I've been to a couple of anime conventions, so some of it was sort of similar, like familiar kind of, you know, excitement about the characters and the shows in general, but I think what was so different and so, like, inspiring and really great to see was, like, the positivity of the group of people that come to the conventions here, and the art that comes out of it, and the sharing that goes on about people sharing themselves and sharing things that they enjoy with one another. I thought that was really cool aspect of these conventions, like brony conventions, specifically.
Awesome.
And we got the newbie over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to agree. It's the friendship and the whole family atmosphere of everybody and the way everyone kind of supports each other. I think that's fantastic, and I don't think it matters what age, sex, size,
Totally.
whatever you are. You should be able to love anything that you love, and something like this that brings people together that should be celebrated. Absolutely.
That's what I told Steve Harvey.
Who was on the Steve Harvey show?
I don't know if you guys know that. I was on as a brony. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I never knew that.
Yeah, and he just sat there and went, "You're a what?" So.
The best part being is they were trying to make him fit a narrative where they're like, let's give him a haircut before the show, and they give him like a little bit of a bowl cut.
They put me in like this, like I look like Lloyd Christmas, and then they put me in this purple vest, and I'm just like,
Gunter.
hi. I was going to Sunday school.
All right, we're going to do the Q&A for the people in the audience. Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
Excellent. What's your name?
Adelaide.
Hi,
Good to see you.
Adelaide.
What are your favorite lines?
Since she's hitting us the hard questions.
They're your favorite lines. I know mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say it as the characters.
Oh, I totally will.
We can get lunch after though, right? It's Taco Tuesday!
Yeah. I know mine. Mine is, you're the worst.
Forgive them, they're idiots.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Okay. Well, I know that in the Quest Your Girls Rainbow Rocks movie, Aria and Adagio don't act like they really like tacos. But do you guys like tacos like in real life?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I make either bean or tofu tacos. But I also make chicken or beef for my husband because he's
Yeah?
not a vegetarian. What's your favorite?
I don't really eat tacos.
You don't eat tacos.
She knows superior.
I like
Delicious.
soft and crunchy.
Yeah, oh, the soft one.
Soft.
Sharp ones always get stuck.
They make a mess. Yeah, it's still good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Has there been any talk about the Dazzlings returning?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Wait, I would love that. I would love that.
We can't say yes or no.
Would you guys want to see the Dazzlings return?
Tweet it. Right.
At Hasbro. One of the directors for the show is here. You probably pass along.
Yeah, exactly. Go to that panel. Yeah, go to that panel. Ask them.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for your question.
I gotta be honest with you, although for quite some time I thought you guys were called the Bedazzlings, like little like jean stuff, and I'm like, oh, the Bedazzlings.
Bedazzling. Yeah, bedazzling.
The 90s strikes back. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
This is for Diana and Marÿke. And, my question to both of you is, what was it like transitioning from dubbing anime to voice acting?
Wow. Well, it was, what I really like about it when we do our prelays is that we're all in the same room. And when you do, a lot of times when you do the ADR, the dubbing, you're by yourself in a room and you don't get to interact with everybody. But what I love the most is just being all together, playing off of each other. You have so much fun. You get to improvise and throw in whatever you like. So for me, I love it. And both of them are great. I'm not going to complain about either way. Yeah, they're both really fun. I mean, they're fantastic jobs, but that's for me. I think, for me, they're different. Their challenges are really different. Mm-hmm. You've got to, when you're doing dubbing, you've got to find a way to make your performance, which has to fit in a box, because the box already exists for you, right? The animation is already done. So you've got to make your performance fit in that space. So how do you make that performance real and very spontaneous sounding within that little thing? And then the opposite for prelay acting is the challenge of giving the animators and the show directors lots to work with, so that all the things that you can do creatively, staying within your character, to make their jobs more fun or inspire their jobs. So that's my thoughts.
Thank you so much, Marÿke, and
You're welcome.
I love you as Revy.
Oh, that's my favorite character I've ever played, right? Yeah. It's the best. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for your question.
Hello.
Hi.
This is for Diana and Marÿke. For you, what anime roles did you do before starting Prelay?
So, I'm trying to remember. I think I did Prelay first. I actually think I might have done Prelay first, but do you want to know some of my favorite characters in anime?
Yes.
Revy in Black Lagoon is my favorite character. Is my favorite character I've ever played, ever, in my whole career. Love playing her. I played Tabby in Hack Roots. I played Luna Maria in Gundam Seed Destiny. I played Bubbles in the Powerpuff Girls Z version, so it's the Z version of Powerpuff Girls. Those are some characters I really enjoyed in the dubbing work that I've done. Awesome.
Yeah. And for Diana, what were your reactions to hearing or to working with fellow cast member Richard Ian Cox on
On some of the shows she's worked on? You mean Lee Togger?
No, oh no. It might be for Kasumi, actually.
Okay. I love Richard, though.
What were your reactions working with him?
Him on some other shows?
Yes.
Oh, I adore the man. He's lovely. He lives a couple blocks down from my house, actually. So no, he's great, and I've had the wonderful fortune of working with him not only on My Little Pony, but another show, Dr. Dimension Pants, and also his film recently, Last Night in Suburbia. So that, yeah. Aw, thanks. Ian Marike's husband is in it too as well. So it's been a pleasure working with him. He's always great to work with. So talented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi. If you guys could be any other characters, who would you be and why?
Within the My Little Pony realm?
Ooh, that's
That's a good one. Derpy. Except I wouldn't want to play Derpy because Tabitha does such an amazing job. I just want to watch Tabitha play Derpy.
You'll be the singing voice for Derpy.
I know. I just love watching Tabitha play her, and I just love Derpy anyways because she loves muffins. I love muffins, so that's mine.
I'd say Maud. I love Maud. Yeah, I had a show for Maud.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, oh, it'd be so great to
Yeah,
get
that was
this.
funny. I like Maud. I think I'd like to play Iron Will. I'm mostly saying that because I do so many conventions with Trevor, so he's gonna be mad at me when I say that. There you go. That's my answer.
Well, thank you for your question.
Thank you. That was a good one.
That's a good question.
You're welcome.
My question is for Miss Evans. So you do the singing voice of Rarity.
Yes.
So what was that like? Like, was it hard to emulate? Because it's not like you can do an original thing. It has to at least sound like her. So did you ever get together with, like, Tabitha St. Germain, or like how did you prepare for that?
I just listened to a bunch of tapes of her recording Rarity, and I had the good fortune of a lot of times being in the room when she would record Rarity.
Oh, cool.
So that was just how I just did my best to mimic her speaking voice. So a lot of times when I'm in the booth and I'm about to record a song for Rarity or a little solo, I'll just be like, oh, well, yes, absolutely, Applejack. And then I'll just go into the song, right? Just so then it's fresh in my memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now, after however many years it's been, getting to sing for Rarity, it comes more as second nature now. But definitely first starting out, just mimicking.
Cool. And then you do the singing voice for Luna too, right?
I did for one little episode when she first sang. I got to sing that, so that was fun.
Cool. Okay,
Absolutely.
great, thanks.
Thank you.
I wonder, is it dangerous to channel Tabitha? 'Cause, like, she's such a character herself.
Oh, it's a joy.
Yeah.
Like, that woman is a joy. Like, absolutely. Yeah. No, she's such a wonderful person, a very giving person. So,
And a genius.
if I could be half as good as her,
Yeah.
I'd be happy.
Yep, totally.
Hey there. So here's a fun question for our Dazzlings.
Okay.
So, out of all the characters that you've voiced in the MLP world, if you were given like a day or week to spend time with them, what would you do?
Well, with Saffron, for sure I would eat. Because she's an amazing cook, and just even making that, I was like, I'm hungry. I want to know what she's making. So for her, that's easy for that one. But let me think about Aria.
So any character in the My Little Pony universe.
Sonata eating tacos.
Yeah. I'd eat tacos with Sonata, and I would ask Gilda. She probably would say no. To fly me around the world.
One can only hope, right?
I'd probably ask Aria to do my hair, because her hair is amazing. Yeah, she has cool.
Some looks
Cool
complicated,
hair.
That is true.
So I'd be like, do my hair, make it like yours.
Yeah. Yeah. Rarity, I would get her to make me a dress, because she's fabulous at making clothes. Octavia, I'd ask her to play me a symphony, get some of her pony friends together. Moon Dancer, I'd like to read with her, because I love to read. Nadagio.
Tough one.
Yeah, I take over the world, probably.
All in 1 week.
Yes. It's a very busy week, yes.
All in 1 week.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for your question.
Good day.
Hi.
I can't tell you all how nervous-sighted I am to be here with my...
Well, it's good to have you here.
And to be here. I'll try and make this short, sweet, and to the point. My question for you all is this. What do you personally think that the Sirens were like before they started to go across Equestria, corrupting people, and have you done any fan works over the years?
What was the last part? Have we done any fan?
Yeah, fan works, like songs,
Oh, gotcha.
fan fiction, art, etc.
What do they like? Maybe, maybe they were, they're sort of mythological, right?
Yes. So they're sort of like these fantastic creatures.
Yes. So do you think they lived like in the ocean or in the sky? Like were they water, fire, or earth elements?
I feel like
Firebenders.
Water. Yeah, I feel like so were they like little tadpole-y kind of people? Possibly?
Well,
Yeah, sea ponies. Yeah, sea ponies gone
Pony's gone wrong. We're going to the wrong watering hole.
yeah, with some sort of mythological.
Yeah, and they're like, those little paper packages that you get the sea ponies in? So somebody put them in a tank and thought, this is going to be very nice, and they just... it all went wrong.
Oh, they're banished from the kingdom in the upcoming movie.
Yeah, totally, we could do that. That's our pitch. That's our pitch to the directors.
Tweet it.
Tweet it.
Yeah.
And then the fan art, no, I haven't participated in any fan art stuff, but I've certainly seen it, and I've been given beautiful things over the conventions that I've been to. So I haven't done any of my own, but I've been the lucky recipient of pieces and seen things on the internet that people have tweeted to me and things like that. So it's
Likewise.
amazing, your creativity.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, likewise, yeah.
Same.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I did once make a fan song for the Sirens and a redemption story.
Oh, cool.
Wow. Really
Awesome,
cool. A
awesome.
redemption story. That's what they need.
Redemption story.
Yeah.
There you go. That's going to be your pitch to the director.
Thank you very
Tweet
much
that too.
for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Yes, I was with you.
You may have broken your pendants, but I
Yes, I know. It's like
shiny. Okay, I have a question for all three of you.
Okay.
Who is your least favorite Rain Boom and why?
My least favorite what?
Rain Boom.
Rain Boom. That's the band.
What's that?
It's the girls. It's the
Twilight, Sunset Shimmer.
oh no.
What season is that from?
least favorite. Oh, that's you have to pick a least.
Maybe as
Who's
a character.
yours? Who's yours?
My least favorite?
Yeah.
Oh.
I always love when the question gets thrown back and it's like, well, I don't know.
How
Sunset
could you ask me
Shimmer.
that question?
She's the who's who and what's what. She's been to both worlds.
Who is that?
Sunset Shimmer.
Oh.
She's been human and she was a unicorn and she studied under Celestia. She's the one to watch out for. Ethan would have won.
I think you have
If
a
she
point there.
hadn't
Yep.
taken up the microphone. You had them.
Yeah.
That is so true.
It's true.
Rebecca's in the back sweating. Like,
Yeah.
You know too much.
I feel like this is. I feel like it's a game of Mafia. When you play Mafia and you're trying to prove that someone's guilty, and then everyone in the room's like, yeah, that person is guilty. Like this is what I feel like this is turning into.
Yeah, because I like your answer better than anyone else I've ever given.
Yeah, that was way better than something I had.
Yeah, I don't know. I like what you said. I'm going to agree with you.
it's unanimous.
You've convinced us.
Okay, so Sunset Shimmer's going down.
Yeah.
I thought so. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is weird. The microphone's just floating in the air.
Yeah.
You do not see me.
No, we don't see you.
First off, I bow down to the great Sirens. Actually, I have one question and another one for a friend of mine who wanted to ask, but didn't have time. But one of my questions is for Marÿke. What would happen if Gilda and Sonata ever met? What would happen? If you could improvise just a little bit.
I think that Gilda would probably Sonata would be like, can you take me for a ride? And Gilda would say, I guess so. And then they'd be up in the clouds and Sonata would talk and ramble on.
Probably talk her ear off.
Gee, look at the clouds. It's so great up here. And she'd be going on and on and on and on. And without saying anything, Gilda would go, surprise! And flip over.
Next time on My Little Pony.
And she didn't even get her taco.
Then she'd catch her. She'd catch her like 2 seconds before she hit the ground. That would be the end of the day.
Okay, so my other question for my friend, who's like a brother to me anyway, but he wanted to know if you guys can sing a few lines for any song you guys know or whatever.
Oh,
I'd love to. Thank you for asking. Take it away, ACRacebest.
Oh yeah, the one that goes like, ah. That one. Oh, my bad.
I don't know.
I don't know the song at all.
I don't. So actually, this is maybe a piece of. Maybe this is an interesting tidbit that is maybe even better than singing. I don't know. But I didn't play the singing voice of Sonata.
Really?
I didn't sing aria either.
Dun dun dun.
I honestly.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, just the bad singing. I did that. And I guess I did that too.
Yeah,
I
we
remember
did the
it,
bad singing.
So I didn't actually sing. So I have no idea what the words are to that song.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I know.
I'm struggling to remember it right now.
Now we're all going to
because I
look at
should know,
Kazumi.
but I just-
No, it's okay. It's all right.
American national anthem together or something.
You are.
That would be great.
Pledge allegiance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Stop, that's enough.
Alrighty. Is that how the Dazzlings are going to send off Twilight before her doom? Twilight's last gleaming, see you, Twilight.
What was that?
Is that good?
That was exceptional. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You guys are Canadians, no? Oh. Hello.
Hi, my name is Eric. So I wanted to ask, like, any of the three of you, in a day of recording, like, what's the most difficult thing for you guys? Like, at the end of the day, you'd say, whew, I'm glad I was able to do that. Like, that seemed pretty hard.
Wow. Difficult things, I mean, in terms of, like, technically what's difficult is a lot of yelling and screaming, because by the end of the day, you're like, I don't have much left. But I would say, in terms of just recording, the hardest thing is not to laugh at people who are comically brilliant. Yeah. To just be like, not ruin their take. Because some stuff that comes out in some of those records is so comically brilliant. And you just have to be like, no, don't react. I'll ruin the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's
you do
Grace's
sometimes.
job.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We actually, so the three of us did another show together not that long ago.
Yeah.
It's called Lala Loopsy.
Oh.
And I actually ruined 2 or 3 takes in one day. Because
we were laughing.
Because my stomach was growling so loud. And then I made it worse by laughing. Yeah, so I probably ruined at least 2 takes. Remember that?
I think both of we were like, was it you or was that me?
That's right. Yeah, because the mics are really sensitive, right? So.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are so funny, too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, absolutely. Mine is always schnorks. When you're talking, and sometimes like it's like a funny sound that happens within your nose when you're talking, and you can't really control it. And you might have like a brilliant take, and you're like, oh yeah, that was a good one. And the director's like, no, we gotta do it again. There's a schnork in there. Damn it.
Sounds like a My Little Pony villain. It's a schnork.
Yeah.
Sounds like a sneeze.
New fan fiction for everyone, the schnorks.
Well, thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alex. I have a question about the Dazzlings. Like, do the Dazzlings have an interest or hobby outside of singing and corruption?
And corruption.
Politics.
I think Sonata probably spends her day on the beach with one of those like metal detectors. Sonata. She finds pennies and thinks that's like the best thing ever. That's what I think her hobby would be. That just came right out of my head. Just instantly.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay, that's my thought. Yeah, canon.
Someone should draw that.
Totally.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Aria is probably all about fashion. I think she's just always just doing stuff. But that's it. Like, doesn't go any deeper than that. Just looking good. Yeah.
I think Adagio would be one of those people that would watch those America's Funniest Home Videos, like where people are like falling a lot or like stuff like that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I totally think she would.
Like enjoying
you know, when like
people's
someone
pain.
rides a bike off like a rooftop and or like the science is stupid, that's what she'd watch. And she's like, and just laugh.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite shows.
It is mine too.
We have a
Marie's
series
right,
recording. I record it every Sunday. It's the most
It's addictive.
It is.
Can't stop watching.
It is, and you just see it. It's like a slow motion. You're like, oh, don't do it.
So now it's gonna go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I think Adagio would do.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is a question for all three of you.
Okay.
Even though you can't say anything about it, or maybe don't know, I have faith that the Sirens are going to show up because My Little Pony has a way of bringing back characters that have been gone for years. So my question is, if/when you come back, would you prefer your characters to be even larger than life villains or have a redemption arc?
I like the larger than life.
It'd be great to have both. To be like larger than life villains that came back and then be like redeemed at the very end, just like boom.
I just think it would be funny for them to come back larger than life and just fail again. And then, they come back again and they just keep failing. Keep trying.
Team Rocket.
Totally. Team Rocket.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Blasting off
But
again.
better singing voices.
They're persistent, right?
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Totally. Hey.
Hello. First of all, I'd like to say like Rainbow Rocks is the first thing that got me to MLP, so I really like the Dazzlings.
Nice.
My sister made me watch it though, so it wasn't like my own free will.
Awesome. Thank you.
And my question is for all three of you. So which of the characters of the Dazzlings do you see in like yourself?
Oh, Sonata for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm more like Sonata in real life too.
Yeah. The love of tacos for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Tacos.
Just yeah. No, absolutely.
I'm a bit spacey, so Sonata for sure. Like I'm a little bit forgetful and yeah. That's who I see myself for sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello. So my question is, I know all of you were in Rainbow Rocks, but which of the Equestria Girls movies is your favorite, if you have one?
Of the Equestria Girls series?
Yeah.
I'm going to be really biased and just flat out say Rainbow Rocks.
Yeah. So will
I know I'm not supposed to say that, and I probably should have thought of another one, but I really like the Rainbow Rocks one.
I'm with Kazumi. Yeah. What's yours?
Rainbow Rocks.
Be careful answering.
Wait, chicken dinner.
Exactly.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
First of all, I'd like to thank ACRacebest and Saberspark. You guys are awesome.
Finally!
And my question for the three of you, what are your guys' inspirations?
Disney. I'm a hardcore Disney fan, for sure. And I think that's what made me want to be a performer and want to go into the performing arts was Disney, because my whole life as a kid was a big Disney movie. And I have two older sisters, and so I would, get them to try to play with me, and we would play like make-believe, and like it'd be reenacting Disney scenes, but then they would never do it properly, so I'd promptly fire them, and then I'd just play all the characters myself. So, yeah, definitely Disney.
What's your favorite Disney movie?
Yeah.
Oh, don't.
My favorite? No, don't.
No, not with race, because...
No.
Our buddy has got quite the history with Disney movies.
Yeah, no, I was just curious what your favorite Disney movie
Fantasia.
Oh, the original.
Mickey Sorcerer.
Yeah, the classic.
Like
Nice.
I still when I go to Disneyland and I see Fantasmic, like I get emotional. It's that to that extreme.
Awesome. That's a good one.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think so.
Yeah. So did Walt.
Yeah.
We're talking about inspiration, right?
Yep.
Don't say Shrek.
No. I mean, mean, I'm a huge sports fan, and sports really inspires me. I just find people who can persevere over their physical being to be unbelievable. So that's something that inspires me. Just keep pushing. You keep going, keep moving forward, and not accepting anything but the maximum from yourself. So most of the like quotes that I give off are like by great athletes and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, aren't you a huge fan of the Raptors?
I am.
Yeah.
We just got knocked out of the playoffs by the Cleveland Cavaliers. You guys can say something about that to Tim Stubbe, who's like one of the show directors, right? Because he's from Cleveland, so him and I spar a little bit about our teams. Because his teams are at the moment much better than mine. I know.
I would have to agree with Kazumi. I think Disney was a big influence for me in being creative and being in all of this, and then add to it like the old MGM musicals. Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, Judy Garland, those movies for me made me want to do any kind of performing that there ever was.
Yeah.
Awesome. I just love those people, and I love that whole thing.
That's the cool.
Oh yeah. Well, it was like just watching that made me inspired and excited, and still does. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Just one quick little thing. We will get through all the questions. We've about 12 minutes left, but I want you guys to know we'll get through all the questions.
We have some buffer.
We got they never tell us.
We never get buffer time, all right?
We are the buffer time.
As you are.
Greetings, ladies.
Greetings. Hello. Salutations.
I have a hypothetical that the three of you would be uniquely qualified to answer.
Okay.
How would Aria and Adagio react if Sonata were replaced with Gilda?
I think Gilda would give Adagio a run for her money.
I'm going to say, I think there's already a power struggle here.
Yeah.
I think Aria and Gilda
Adagio would be long gone.
duking it out for the number 2 position and trying to...
She gets
number
the
2
boot.
position of trying to be number 1 position.
Yeah, no. There's a...
Yeah.
She'd be gone.
It'd get ugly. I think it'd get really ugly.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello. First off, really great to meet you.
Thank you.
As for my question, in your personal opinion, who's the best Dazzling?
Don't be biased.
Aria! No.
I actually like the way you talk.
Yeah, I liked Aria's like snideness.
Yeah, me too.
I
No
do.
offense.
Just
No,
because,
no. I was
offense.
gonna say Sonata just
Because
because
she's
I just
funny.
love the comic relief that she
Yeah.
provides. Because I think Arya and Adagio, they're very persistent in their goal for world domination, and like they can sometimes be a little bit more negative. Where Sonata comes in and she's like the light comic relief of the group. So I appreciate her for that and her love of food.
Yes.
So
in other words, Aria is best Dazzling.
I guess so. Yes.
Thank you.
Damn it.
Speaking of which,
Aria's here!
Which is your favorite fictional character from just anything?
Fictional character from
anything.
From anything.
Anything.
Oh my
here we go.
That's such a huge...
Santa Claus.
Santa Christ, really?
Yeah, really.
Oh wow, fictional thing from anything. Anything.
From anything. Oh my god. That's so hard.
This is such a good question.
This is so...
I don't, anybody's asked that question before.
If you asked me on a different day, I'd have a different answer.
Yeah.
I think like every moment I would have a different answer.
That's a good
How about
Doctor Who.
Oh, there you go.
I love Doctor Who. Yeah, no, I've always loved Doctor Who. Yeah, I love him.
I would, yeah, go.
No, you go. Do you have?
I would say at this moment, I would say like Princess Leia.
Oh,
yeah. I think she's like
That's a good one.
killer because she's strong.
Do you guys watch Luther? If you don't watch Luther, it's the Idris Elba TV series, and there's a girl in it who's super creepy. Her name's Alice. That's my favorite fictional character, very possibly in this moment.
Idris Elba's my favorite fictional character.
I know.
Ask us again tomorrow.
He's like my favorite. I love him. He's one of my favorite actors, if not my favorite actor. But yeah, Alice in Luther.
I'll have to check that out now.
Yeah, you should. It's a little scary, so if you don't like horror movies, or if you're under a certain age, everybody, don't watch it. It's really, really, really good.
Hey, my son's a horror icon, so I'm.
Oh, tell him or her. Tell him or her.
It's a guy. It's Ari Lehman, Friday 13th, Part 1.
Oh.
It was Jason.
Oh,
Pumped out of the water. Pumped out of the water.
Oh, very cool. That's nice.
Wow,
Yeah.
very cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's why he was called. He has a band called Jason.
Cool.
Hello.
Hi.
My question is, what's your favorite moment involving one of your characters, either in the movies or show?
Of our characters?
Yeah, any of your characters.
Oh, any character.
Any character
Yeah.
Like, so in My Little Pony or?
In the show or one movie?
Oh, one of the movies. Okay.
You know when, like, Diana's character says, like, you did it as your favorite line, right? Like, something about the worst.
You're the worst.
You're the worst? Yeah. And Sonata replied, you are!
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I thought that was funny.
I kind of like that, yeah, because we had a back and forth
Yeah.
too, where you're like, no, you are, no, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
That was fun.
I'll think about, while these guys are answering,
Yeah.
I'll think about what, like, my favorite for Gilda.
Moon Dancer and Amending Fences. I liked when she had her scene where she was hitting the pinata and she's progressively getting more and more upset. Whacking it. And it's just like, you never called! Like, it's so that was a lot of, as much as it was a very emotional moment, it was pretty fun to record and just to like come up from air after recording that little section and seeing everyone's faces. And like, Kazumi, do you want to talk? so I think that definitely was one of my favorite moments for my characters, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. I like that interchange that we have, just what you were saying. And then this is like completely incidental character that I did, but in the Saffron Masala episode, they're looking for people to come to the restaurant, and I got to play this character that just comes up and goes, how many hooves does it have? And I love doing that because you get to be so like snarky. How many hooves does it have? I like doing that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Jericho, and this question is for Kazumi Evans.
Oh, okay.
And also, it's great to see you again for my second time.
Great to see you too.
And how would you actually compare Rainbow Rocks and the other show that I also like, which is Lolly Rock?
Oh!
Which? Lolly Rock. Oh, yeah, okay.
How would I compare it? Well, I mean, the three girls are very different in Lolly Rocks. For those of you who don't know, it's three girls, and they're the protagonists of the series, and they fight against crime. And Iris, the character I play, she's a girl. She doesn't know that she's a princess from another planet, and she has special powers, especially when she sings. And it's very, it always kind of reminded me of Sailor Moon in many ways. Like, they can all of a sudden change their outfits when they're ready to fight. Versus these three characters, they're the three villains of the story. So I think their intentions are very, very different from one another. I think that's like the biggest difference I can think of right now. But lots of music still, and three girls, there are a lot of paradoxes there, for sure.
Also, wouldn't it be awesome if there was really a crossover between those two?
Yes. Yes, there would be. It would be a full-out cat fight. For sure.
Yes. And also, happy birthday to Kelly Sheridan, since it's next week.
Yes, we will pass it on.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
So, hello.
Hi.
It's a pleasure to meet you for the first time. Question for all of you. What was, in your whole career, the most challenging gig you ever had, and why?
Most challenging?
Gig. Like
challenging gig. Oh, challenging gig, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think.
Mine was like a radio commercial where I couldn't understand what the director was trying to say. I literally had no idea. He said the same thing over and over and over again. And I did it every way I could possibly think of. I started with what he was actually telling me to do, and then when that didn't work about 3 times in a row, I was like, I don't think that's what he means. So I kind of started to circle around that idea,
till I was way out here, and I had no idea what he's talking about, no clue. And I could see that they were thinking about firing me. I could see that was the conversation that was going on, like, this girl can't get it. And then the other actress that I was in the room with, whose name is Marÿke Hendrikse, she's amazing. She took off one of her headphones, and she kind of like this. And I popped off one of my headphones, and she was like, I think he means this. And I was like, oh my God, I think you're right. So I went over the mic and I said, I think I know, can I try something? And I did what she said, and I got it, and we were done. We were over that horrible moment. But until for 15 minutes, no clue. Could not understand what he said. Yeah. And if, like I said, he kept saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mine is similar to that too. It was a series where it was the very first record, and they weren't quite sure yet how they wanted each of the characters to appear. And you've got a room full of 5 women who could very easily sound similar to each other, and they're trying to get us to sound different. And it was one of those records where everybody was getting, different direction, and be like this and be like that, and we're all trying not to sound like each other. It's hard when you're in the moment on the spot, and you got to provide it right there. But it's really great.
Yeah, again, a similar story. Just was in a session for something, and it was by myself in the room, except usually they always have producers and directors on the other side of the glass. But for this one, for some reason, they also had one producer in the room reading opposite me, because I guess they just wanted me to have something to bounce off with, which was great. But she was very vocal with her opinions with and the reason why they have producers and directors on the other side of the glass was, say, if they have criticisms, as an actor, you don't hear that, because that can mess with you a little bit mentally when you can hear all the criticism coming back to you, especially when you're trying so hard to do your best. And so the directors and producers on this side of the glass would be like, oh, great, Kazumi, that was awesome, cool, and she standing right next to me, like, I don't like it. And so it took a while to get through that session, just to kind of block that out and just to keep going and to keep having the courage, I guess, to try different things. And eventually we got it. It was fine. But again, it's one of those sessions where, you really have to keep pushing, and you just have to kind of really block that out in order to get the performance.
Makes sense. Well, thank you very much to every single one of you for your answer. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
See you around the con.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I have a question here for Diana and Marÿke. Is that how you pronounce it?
Marÿke, rhymes with Jamaica.
Marÿke? Okay.
Marÿke.
That saved me, by the way, when you told me that. I'm like, thank you.
Loved Aria, loved Rainbow Rocks, but I gotta know, why isn't her name ever said in the movie? And Marÿke, and as for you, be honest. Yeah. How many boxes of taco fixins have you signed so far?
None.
What?
None.
The Taco Bell across the street.
So there you go, you guys.
Prepare. There's a Taco Bell.
No one has brought me a taco box or taco seasonings or salsa. Nothing.
Your life is about to change.
Just put Taco Bell in business for the rest of this week.
Yeah, really. And, I don't know why her name is never said. It's never said.
We only know why what your name is because it's said in the opening credits, but their character's name is never.
I never picked that up.
I can tell you that it was a different name when we first started. We can't say probably what it was, but I'm sorry, I know, but it was a different name, but it was Aria Blaze when we got to record date.
Oh, yeah.
So they maybe took it out of the script when they were renaming her, and then just never remembered to put it back in. Nobody noticed, and we were all like, "Oh, we never say it."
I never even realized. Snoop Dogg Blaze.
Yeah. So that's my guess, is that it was removed in the draft because they were going to change her name, and then when it went back, they just never replaced all the removals.
Well, whatever it was, I do love the name Aria Blaze.
Right?
It's a good one.
It's a good name.
It's a great name. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
I think I'm lost.
Are you lost? You need directions.
I was wondering if you guys could help me out. Do you know where the Vincent Tong panel is?
Yeah, the bathrooms are that way.
He's the really cool guy.
Oh, Vincent Tong. I'm sorry.
I don't know what this is, but isn't this over yet? Is this over yet?
I think this is the end of our panel. Thank you all for joining us. Let's give a round of applause.
Give a round of applause, yes.
Kazumi, Marÿke.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.